I tell them I'm a winner. I tell them I'm worth 10 million. They say, man, this nigga must have lost his mind. I say, you know what? Yeah. I've lost myself quite a few times. Everybody screaming West Coast, but real legends are born in the South, bruh. You know that.
Look, Denzel strolled into the 78th annual Cannes Film Festival in France. He was just talking to Rocky. Yeah, he was just talking to Rocky and hollering at Spike Lee. You know what I mean? This is them debuting their new film, Highest Allures. A$AP Rocky co-starring with Denzel Washington. I gotta salute that. A film by Spike Lee. Look, a photographer grabbed Denzel Washington's arm. Why'd he do it? I couldn't tell you, bro, but it ain't no other reason than to get a rise out of him. He wanted to see if old Jake Shuttlesworth still had that pepper in him. Yeah, he almost got slung around that bitch. Look, bro, it don't matter how old you get, how rich you get, you don't want nobody grabbing you up. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. Grabbing you up. But you gotta understand that when you go overseas, these people are more touchy-touchy. They want to know that you're real for something. They want to know he's a real man. You know what I mean? Real shit. On top of that, they want their rise out of him. Denzel Washington is 70 some odd years old, 70, almost 71 years old. Still, as we can see, got that pepper in him. Stop playing with him. You know what I mean? He is the only person that was able, one of the only people that confronted Diddy about all the bullshit back in the day. Yeah, he took his wife to a party, noticed there was more shit going on than he expected, and he had to get on Diddy's ass about that. You don't treat people like this, that, and the other. That's why nigga respect Denzel Washington. On top of that, when he goes overseas, he ain't all high up and fucked up. This man is sober, there to do a motherfucking job. So when you touch him, he gonna show you ain't too much has changed, bro. Ain't too much. People don't know Denzel Washington is from the hood. This is a hood guy. Harry O put that man through school. Helped him advance his acting career, bro. That's the street nigga, you know what I mean? You could take the nigga out the street, but you can't take the street out the nigga. I'm just being honest, I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments, bro. But when I seen Denzel Washington stand up for himself, a piece of me, part of me, was like, bro, he doing too much. But when you really sit back and reflect on it, who wants another man grabbing him up? I got kin folks that like to wrestle and play and all type of shit like that. When you get to a certain age, bro, you don't want to wrestle and play no mas. If we touch him, especially when it's man on man, nigga, we out to kill. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. All that grabbing my shoulders and I'm telling you to stop, and you, what you niggas don't understand, black, white, or orange, when I say niggas too, what y'all don't understand is, one cannot go around just touching and grabbing, point blank, because you, what a celebrity or a person with money understands is, you can't even steal on a nigga because motherfuckers are sue. You know what I mean? Real shit. That's a Jay-Z line too. Even though I ain't just rocking with Jay like that right now, the man had some quotables. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But I got daughters, fam. I got daughters. I would hate for my daughters to meet any type of nigga like that, especially when they got a father like me at the highs. I'm not letting it pass. Point blank, period. So you bastards, you black bastards, white bastards, orange bastards out there, I'ma do the old Liam Neeson. I'ma be walking around with a bludgeon waiting on y'all to try to fuck with my kids. Yeah, point blank, that's just how I am, bro. But yeah, it's just, yeah. Drop it in the comments, bro. Shout out Denzel Washington for sticking up for itself at that tender age of 70. Yeah, point blank period, because that's how I'm going to be an old Clint Eastwood type nigga when I get old. Clint Eastwood still swinging him. Clint Eastwood could still swing him with the best of him. Let's just be honest, bro. Man, Clint Eastwood been knocking niggas out, black, white, and orange, for years, 30, 40 years, with that same little straight jab. Always works. All you gotta do is know how to hit them right. Photographers, if you the type of people that's just out there following celebrities and want to get a picture, take your motherfucking picture. If you can't do it from the bushes. But what you never do, never, 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 put your hands on the motherfucker. Being honest, being real. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Denzel Washington, that's my guy. Shout out Spike Lee, I'll be in Brooklyn. Make a movie about me. We can wrap it up in 4 days. You know what I mean? I said we can wrap it up in 4, 5 days. You ain't gotta pay me to stay. Let's just get it done, take care of the business. The business is gonna be the business. The business is always the business. All you gotta do is create your opportunity. You will get your shot in the business. For a lot of people that, oh, maybe I don't have the look. Maybe I'm too ugly. Maybe you fucking are. You know what I mean? Point blank, period. Maybe you fucking are. Everybody ain't got it. That's what you gotta get in your motherfucking, through your thick fucking skull. Everybody ain't got it. You think you're too ugly? Maybe you are. You think you're lame? Maybe you are. You know what I mean? You think your hair doesn't grow? Maybe it doesn't. Point blank, period, bro. It's not for everybody, but if you think it's for you, go after it. Because it's out there waiting on the taking. I'm going to say that again. It's out there waiting for you to go out there and get it. Get out there. Get on your grind and get it. Hands in the air. That's that old Jeezy. I don't know how it came to me, but get what? It came to me. Scores from the Playground. Y'all drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. If you looking for me to try to build not a science guy, you on the wrong platform. Point blank, period. Why? That's not what I'm here for. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm here for. I'm going to say some shit that's going to make you laugh. I'm going to say some shit that's going to make you quiet. But I'm really going with the laugh. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really going with the laugh. You can find your way to laugh at least one time while you're watching my broadcast. I've done my job. That's all it's about for me. Yeah, I'm not on this bitch to be serious. If we just being honest, we just being real, got a whole bunch of shit going on behind the scenes, fam. A whole bunch of shit. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing a little bit of this and that. Jack of all trades. This is not my only fucking job, but guess what? I'm not stopping, because I'll forever be popping. Point blank, period. I can't make this shit up. I wish I could, but guess what? When the gods give you a calling, you must answer. You must answer. It can't bring all goddamn day. It can't. You know what I mean? If it do, you would have missed your motherfucking opportunity. And if that happens, you can't blame nobody but yourself. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Look, I tell people all the time, I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. If I ever make a mistake and I say something that, you know, that's wrong, call me out on it. You know what I mean? You call me out on what's wrong. You having a right to an opinion. Now, if you think you don't have a right to opinion because you think you're a piece of shit, maybe you are, and maybe you don't. You know what I mean? But if you do have an opinion, bro, look, I can't crucify you for it. Drop it in the comments. Just be respectful. If you want to lose the respect, that's when you go to scarsfromtheplayground@gmail.com, and you go to Instagram, or you go to Twitter, and you tell me what you want to on those platforms, because you know then I have free range to talk back. And if I talk back, maybe, just maybe, possibly, you ought to get down type. But I'll be honest with you, bro. You don't meet too many stand-up guys these days. You don't meet too many stand-up guys, bro. These dudes these days can't take a punch. They weak in the knees. They more feminine. They cry a lot. I only cry 10 tears out of this one eye like Crybaby Walker. 10 tears a year. Point blank, period. Sometimes it's not even 10. Might do 3 or 4. Just being honest, just being real. 2 tears in the bucket, fuck it. How you feel is how you feel, but get what? I'm not you, bro. I'm me. In fact, I'm so me, I could never be you. You dig? And people gonna say, oh, I don't understand what he's saying. It's not supposed to be so profound. It's not supposed to be rocket science. It's supposed to be me telling you some shit, and it's going through one ear and not out the other. It stays in the middle so you can understand every time you fix your motherfucking lips to say anything that I don't like, oh no, maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't. Because why? Because you're going to tell yourself, maybe I'm a bitch, and I'm going to tell you, maybe you are. So if you are, don't weave between both worlds. Stay in your own world, in your own lane, and stay out of dark alleys at night, nigga. Point blank, period. Scars from the playground. Drop it in the comments. Look, bro, sometimes I be feeling like the platform gonna fucking sell itself. Let's just be honest, bro. I'm here, you know. I'm not trying too hard. I don't do that. A lot of people say, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It's because I don't want to. You know what I mean? I want to do exactly what the fuck I want to do, so I do that. When I do other stuff, you'll know. You'll know, and you'll be able to tell. Right now, unfortunately, it's just about me getting into the camera, talking to that motherfucking camera. Why? Because I am the one. They are not. I'm like Neo in the Matrix. Matter of fact, I'm like Morpheus teaching Neo in the Matrix. You know what I mean? That's me. Scars from the playground. A true 7-letter in the alphabet. G, nigga. A true G. I've been OG since 18. You know I am. I've been OG since 18. That's why I'm so me. You know, drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. I can't stay long. Why? It's summer. Summer starting for me. I'm doing some contract work. I got to get out there and get it. It's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hard. But guess what? We're gonna get the money and we're gonna keep going, nigga. That's what it's about. You gotta do work with your hands, bro. That's how I get holes. Look, holes in my hand. Motherfucker thought I was Jesus Christ for a minute. I tell him, no, Mario, I'm not Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I just got holes in my hands from really doing real work. Real work. It's because I like to do that. You know, yeah, I like to do that. But you know, I'm back to it. Point blank period. I'm back to it because I got to get the money. It can't be all about content, music, and bullshit. Yeah, kids can't eat no motherfucking books. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.